Hey you guys, so today we are looking at these, which are S.H Figuarts, Bandai Namco, Han Solo and Chewbacca. That says classic version Star Wars New Hope. That says classic version Star Wars New Hope. So yes, the New Hope ones. They do, I think, I saw the other day they do a solo version of him. I don't know if they do a solo version of him, but they did a Chewie. It's just kind of a little slight repaint, isn't it? Alright, so we'll start with Han. On the back we have some very nice artwork, to say. I do like some of those poses on there. All the blurb and stuff down there. All the mysterious numbers and writing. A barcode. This is a legit one. This is not a KO or a bootleg or anything like that. This is the real deal. S.H Figuarts, Star Wars A New Hope. And Spirits. Yes. Right. We have Chewbacca. Very nice box. I find the problem with these is that you can't really see the figure inside. This is very shiny. And I don't feel like I've had a good look at these figures yet. So I've been itching to take them out of the box, but I don't like to take them out of the box until I've done the video. Interesting artwork down the side there. It looks sort of like a bit like the Millennium Falcon. We have some artwork on the back. He comes with 3 heads and some handcuffs. It's the posing that I'm interested in, because I know these guys are going to be very poseable. So, yes. Now these are the second editions. These are the re-releases of them. So I never got the original ones because they were expensive and I didn't know what they were, if you know what I mean. Now I understand what S.H Figuarts are, because I've got the Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones? Yeah, I got the Indiana Jones one. They belong in a museum. Yeah, thank you, Indy. So yeah, there's the 2 boxes, barcodes, etc. and stuff on the top. Let's get them out of the box. Out of the box we have a set of hands, a different face, and obviously the figure. So let's have an extreme close-up, if we can, of the face. And I kind of like that. That is a pretty good Harrison Ford. It looks really weird though that he's got the sideburns. I kind of like that. I think that might be the head that goes on. Right, let's have a look at the other head. The face. So that is kind of cool as well. I like the hair, that like windswept back effect. That does. That face is brilliant. Harrison Ford, I think, is a very difficult face to get right. But that is a pretty good Harrison Ford. And he's got that grumpy look to it as well, which is very Harrison Ford. The black, I'm going to say body warmer. Gilet. What do you call this? It's because it's more of a body warmer, isn't it? A waistcoat. The belt and buckle is brilliant. There's some real nice... Look at the detailing on these things. It's brilliant. This is why these figures are that little bit more expensive. Blaster in its holster. The red... See better on this side. The red lines down his pants, which do line up when you try. Knee effect and the boots. Yeah, pretty good. This is loose, which is interesting. I like the fact that it's that little bit more manoeuvrable. Back of the jacket has the... I always want to say padding. It always look like padding to me. There's a... I like the fact there's manoeuvrability in that, so that the holster moves with it. Yeah, I think he's slightly twisted. So let's... Oh, right, there is a... Right, we're gonna do this in reverse. We usually start at the top and work down to the boot, but I'm going to start with the boot. There is swivel, pivot and toe pick. There is no manoeuvrability in the top of the boot. There is a little bit in the ball joint there, but I wouldn't try it too much. Will he kick his own butt? No, but he's got a nice amount of manoeuvrability, and the holster does move relatively well with it. I was a little bit sort of thinking that that might be a bit of a problem, but yep, that moves quite nicely. This leg obviously is the more manoeuvrable. So I made myself like manoeuvrable. It has a nice amount of positionability in his waist, and obviously a joint there. The arms have also got more of a butterfly, and they said butterfly effect, joint in there. His elbow's kind of nice, and there is a little bit of swivel in the elbow joint, which is good. The head has quite a lot forward, not a lot of back because his hair gets in the way, but doesn't mean he's looking up. He's kind of got one of those faces, I feel, that he should be looking kind of more down. Yeah, I like that. Wow, that is a pretty good likeness. Let's see what I do with the other face. So there's the other face. That looks so weird. Pull the hair off. Take the face out. The back of the head there. Pop in. Right, so there's a peg and a plug on the back of there. That looks so weird. Goes in like that, and then that goes on top. Position it, and oh yeah, that is a pretty good Han Solo. Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. So the interesting thing with the holster is that we have an empty holster and a blaster in a holster, because that is not removable. It's in there. So the great thing about this is, and you're all going to look at me like I'm an idiot, but it means that this doesn't pop off and stick up in the air. And because you look at my Indiana Jones videos, this is the bane of my life for most of the Indiana Jones figures. I'm just going to look at the... Yes, their Indiana Jones didn't have that problem. His holster stayed where it was. Yeah. I like it. I like... They've put some effort into this. So what you do is you pop that off of there. You have a gap. You find a little hole. Doof, there we go. And that in without his blaster. Right, so we only have one hand that is blaster holding, which is that one. Then we wiggle it just a little bit. And we got, yep, we got the right one off. Those pins always make me nervous because they're so tiny. There we go. Is that on? Not quite. Right, give me a minute. You gotta say, that looks good, doesn't it? It does feel a little bit like the hole on the back of there isn't quite in the middle like that. It feels like it's a little bit up to the, you know, like facing a little bit the wrong way. That's alright. And that one's, oops, like that one looks a little bit, I'm just going to focus on that, bring down, do that, there we go. Yeah, you see what I mean? That looks a little bit off centre, but hey, it fits. The gloved hands, I was hoping there was going to be a trigger finger for the gloved hands, but there isn't, which is a shame, but I'm going to have to watch the film again and see how often he actually does wear the gloves. Right, zooming in. Focus. Not focus. There we go. You've got... I mean, look, just look, that's a great pose. Or we can go with... Yeah. It's just, that face has got such swagger to it. I like it. I think that is going to be the head that I leave him with. I do like that one, the more serious look, but that just has, that is my Han Solo, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I like that. That is a damn cool looking figure. Right, let me find Chewbacca and get him out of the box. It's teamwork. And here we have him. So, I will say, get him out of the box. The head feels a little strange, like it's a little bit, it feels a little like it's not disjointed, but it should be a little bit further down. It doesn't quite match with the collar. The fur should be further down. I don't know if you can see, but there's like a gap, which to me doesn't look right. I've sort of tried. You can kind of push his shoulders up a little bit, which does make it fit a little better. But maybe the shoulders were just a little bit further down than they should have been, getting him out of the box. But it's a little better. But out of the box, the arms are down here. So yeah, maybe that's just it. Maybe you're just supposed to push them up a little bit. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we have a few more faces for Chewie. Right, we have that one, which I have to say, there's not a lot of colour change on this. It's pretty much all one colour, and I'm going to mention it now because now I've moved him close to the camera. He smells not bad. I guess he smells of Wookiee, but he's got this really, when I opened the box there was a real whoof. It's not a bad smell. It just smells like a strange form of plastic. So yeah, have a sniff. Can you sniff that? Can you smell that? Yeah, you can smell it, right? Yeah, smell-o-vision. So yeah, we have the three faces of Chewie. The three faces of Chewie. With teeth, without teeth, and sort of screaming. Yeah. They're kind of cool. But like I say, there is no... I'll use this one further because you can get close up with this. There's no sort of colour to it. It's all one brown, which to me, Chewie does have slightly different coloured fur in places, but well, we can live with it. This is, like I said, these are the reissues. So bodywork wise, he has got some strange articulation in there. Like I said, the arms really do drop down quite a long way. I'll move the arms up like that. That looks better. The head kind of goes backwards a little bit. There is a sort of ball joint under there. Goes forward, but then looks a little strange because you've got a great big gap at the back. There is swivel there. There's a little bit of manoeuvrability. All right, that bit of there moves. Oh, that's an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, so it's kind of his butt moves as well. It's not too noticeable there. I like the fact that it's got that on there that hides the fact that it's, you know, it's not just smooth plastic. His knees, he's got more give than Han. Or Han. How do you say it? Do you say Han or Han? I say Han. So, yeah. Which I'll probably said it 20 times. So, yeah. He poses, you know, he's got nice manoeuvrability. He's got swivel in the joint there. That has come out, but it's okay because it goes back in. I hope it goes back in. Please go back in. Interesting use of a ball joint. There we go. So yeah, don't push that up more than that. It ain't going to go any further. It's just going to pop out. So try not to snap it. Now the hands, here's an interesting thing. He's got fists on there, they have this bit of fur on them. So you get the fists on there. You've got an open palm with the fur on it. You've got another open palm with the fur on it. And then for the other side you have this as well, which is a blaster. His bowcaster. And the hand is already attached to it, which is kind of nice. It means you don't get the trigger finger. But yeah, they've also put the cable thing on it as well, which he's never going to wear it like that because he's got a hand that's permanently attached to it. Is it attached? Yep, that's pretty much attached. But I do like the look of that. Let's have a quick close-up of the bowcaster. Oops. So you've got the hand on it there. Yeah, not too bad. We also get these, which is the handcuffed version. See the cuffs in there. So you can put them... Yeah. Oh, so let's have a change of things. Right, let's try... We'll change the face and stuff. Right, so the face pulls off. Inside. I'm going to go with this one. So there is a ball joint in there, which is manoeuvrable. Couldn't say manoeuvrable. So that's just the more screamy head. Yeah, you've got to move those shoulders up. Right, that looks better. Move the shoulders up. There he is with the screamy head. This is loose. Is it loose? Yeah. Or is it? No, it's actually glued down on his shoulder. Right, so it is pinned to his shoulder, so it shouldn't move too much. Yeah, that joint is still feeling loose, but anyway. Right, so the next one is we pop that off of there. Right, now we're going to get this on here. All right, that. Gently does it. So yeah, we've got him holding. I'm guessing for that we're going to need an open hand for it to rest on. So let me try. Yep, we got that. Let me try and make sure you get the right side. Yep, like that. And then yeah. Okay. This is, I feel, one of those that I'm going to have to work at posing. I'm not sure about the face. I'm looking at it and I like it, but I'm not sure if it's right, yeah? It's weird. I think the colouring isn't quite right. Chewie is a much lighter brown. This seems quite dark. I think it's a great sculpt, but it just seems a bit dark, too dark a brown. What's your opinion? You know what to do. Hit the comments underneath and tell me I'm wrong. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to work with that so that looks better. But for now that doesn't look, let's tilt, too bad. Yeah, I'm reasonably impressed. It's just the colour. Well, here we have the team. Chewie and Han. Han comes in at about 14.5 centimetres, or just a little bit under 6 inches. Chewie comes in at just over 6.5 inches, or just under 17 centimetres. So yeah, I think this Han looks great. Chewie is the one that I've got the problem with, and I'm going to show you the problem I have with it. Firstly, look how big that Chewie is. That's the Black Series. The bowcaster's a lot bigger. I think this has the better paint job, I have to say. Here is the Han from the Black Series. There you can see a big difference. Right, let me show you. That head is one that I bought and tried to paint up, and I'm looking at it now and it looks terrible. So let's swap it back to the original head that came with it. There we go. Wow, that looks even worse. Yeah, so that's the Black Series one. You can see why I decided to get this one guy. Just look at the vast difference in that. Okay, this one has been stood on the shelf for quite a long time, and yeah, that is terrible. There is a vast difference between those, isn't there? But it's weird, because these two are the same height, but the Chewbaccas are vastly different. I really do think that the S.H Figuarts Chewie is too small. I met Peter Mayhew, back in the day. I met Jeremy Bullock, Peter Mayhew, and I can't remember the other one was. There was another one there as well. Damn. But anyway, yeah, I met Peter Mayhew, and I saw him at a lot of conventions. I used to go to a lot of conventions and work at them, and you used to see him about, and I've stood next to him, and he was huge. I mean, people can be tall, but he sat behind a regular table and his knees were out the other side of it. That's how tall he was. I think this is a much better representation of Chewie than that one. I am actually looking at that and I'm slightly disappointed. Okay, so this guy has lost his spot on the shelf. And I think this guy may be on a different shelf. I think this may be my new Chewie in hand. That looks better, right? Which Chewie looks better to you guys? Comments underneath. I actually like this one. I mean, this one's good. The articulation is a lot better. The posability is a lot better. The shoulder bit there, not a fan of. This, better paint apps, definitely the colour looks better, but, I don't know. It's going to ruin my shelf. Which one would you guys use? Let's just come out of there, Han. Let's move the other way. Which one would you use? Let's move them forward. And do that. Which Chewie would you say is the most accurate looking Chewie? A, because that's the older one, or B? You decide. Just for sheer naughtiness, I had to put these two together. We have Han and Indy. That Indiana Jones is probably one of my favourites. S.H Figuarts really do know what they're doing with these figures, don't they? And that Han does look great. I'm just a bit disappointed in the Chewie. Yeah. I have to say, together like that, they do look great. I just think that other Chewbacca has thrown a spanner in the works, because is he too big? Is he too big? I don't know. I'm going to have to watch the film again. I use that as an excuse for a lot of things. But yeah, I do think this is, I would say this is the perfect Han. And Chewie maybe with a little bit of dry brushing and a little bit of work, colour-wise, because that's all to me needs is a little bit of that light fur putting on him. I like it. I like this. That is a great way to display your figures. They look great. But yeah, that Chewie size now has kind of confused me. When I was a kid, I used to love to take like Han and Chewie and put them with some of the aliens from the Star Wars universe and make up my own stories of the exciting things that Han got up to. So this would have been probably how my Han would have been displayed back in the day, with a few aliens. Yeah, I think this really does look like Harrison Ford, and really, really, this is a lovely set of figures. They even look pretty good with the reissue of Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker from the Black Series. Yeah, I'm thinking this might be a way of displaying them as well. I have so many ways to display this Han. Which way would you do it? Which would be your favourite? Put him with a load of aliens and bounty hunters and things like that, like the proper scoundrel that he is? Or make him the hero of the day, saving the galaxy one Death Star at a time? It's a difficult one, isn't it? Again, comments, suggestions down underneath. So they are the perfect team. Like I say, the Chewbacca, not too sure about the Han. I like a lot, and he is definitely going to be. The more I'm looking at it, I keep sort of seeing it out of the corner of my eye. It's like, yeah, that is a perfect Han. Compared to the one I already had, he smells better. But like I say, Chewie, I'm a little disappointed because it's not quite. When I saw the colours of him in the box, I was like, that's not quite right. And now the size, I'm not too sure. Not too sure at all. But just looking at Han, even down to such little details. Where's the Black Series one? Like the belt buckle and things like that. Look, the belts and things like that are so much better. You really do get what you pay for with the S.H Figuarts. So yeah. So yeah, I'm going to wind this video up now because you're probably sick of hearing me rumble. So let's say that usual thing. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the video, like, share, subscribe, etc. All that sort of stuff we say at the end of every video. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.